Hello everyone, this is Dana from Haunting Foundation's Paranormal Team. I thought I would do a video just to update you on what's going on at the moment. We are currently in our third lockdown. It's a nationwide lockdown, so basically we can't get out. We can't get out ghost hunting, we can't get out exploring. But I have attempted to make my own REM pod. I've not finished it yet, but I will show you it in a second. So I thought maybe I could go through some equipment what we have, explain how it works, give some tips on how to use them, what not to do, what to do. Just tips that we found out ourselves just through doing our ghost hunting. We're not experts. We just what works well for us. We thought we'd share with you. So yeah, I'll get on with that. Get my equipment together, and I'll be back in a minute. So this is the equipment that we use. Kelly has a couple of the REM pods. She has a REM Unicorn and a mini REM pod and a normal size REM pod. So this is the REM pod or proximity meter I made. Like, as you can see, it's not finished. It's got to have a bulb put in the front of it. I've just showed you the little bulbs that go in. So that's got to go in the front. So when it goes off, you can see that it's working. I'm going to make another 2 of these. Now this is quite loud. It does work. I'm just going to pull up the thingy. So it's quite loud, so be prepared.
Ah! Mom!
Yeah. So
Don't.
it works exactly the same way as any other REM pod. I'll just turn it off, it's really loud. It lets off its own electromagnetic field. And then when anything breaks that field, surrounding it, that makes that noise and will light up once the light's in it. So that's the simple thing. Thank you, Sienna. My daughter is locked down, obviously. Homeschooling's fun, isn't it?
No.
This is the motion sensor. As you can see, that just started flashing because that's just recognised something's walking past. I don't turn it on. It's pretty loud, so
No! Why again?
few seconds.
Now, are you sure you turned it on? You haven't turned it on?
Yeah, I have. It's now set. So now it's now set.
Oh god, I hate
It's quite
it.
noisy. I'll get that ready. So
That's not like a car alarm.
we tend to put that in other rooms because it's very loud, and obviously because we can hear it so clearly in another room, it's just the perfect thing to have in another room. Best having it high up though, because if you're in a place where that's abandoned and maybe there might be animals walking across the floor, so if you have it on a table or something higher up, you know that it's not an animal running across the floor that's causing it to do that. Then we have your basic torch. A good torch is a rechargeable one. Always have plenty of torches and plenty of batteries if you've not rechargeable ones.
This is the RIR
IR
800
And what's that for?
It's for night vision,
Yeah, and I use it with my camcorder
which is a night vision
because
as well.
this isn't an expensive camcorder.
That's a night vision camera as well.
But it does work very well in small places on its own. So if perhaps, like, say for instance in this room, so if I press the eye on,
Of course.
as you can see that's now night vision.
I can't.
In this room it'd be perfectly fine in the dark. It's not very dark.
Wait, turn the
So,
camera.
let me just turn the light off. So in this room, perfectly clear because it's a small room,
Let
and
me
the
see.
light's bouncing off this IR on here.
Let me see.
So the IR is bouncing off the walls in here, because it's a smaller room, you can see quite clearly.
Ow.
But when you get outside, or you're in darker
Mum,
areas,
turn it off again.
it's not charged.
Okay.
Just turn it off. When you get outside, obviously the range is a lot longer, so you can't see very well in the dark at a distance with that. So I use this IR torch, which is really, really good, and you can see very well outside in the dark.
Mum, there's a full moon tonight.
What else have I got? This very simple little gadget. It detects vibration.
It's a vibration detector,
So if you tap it,
which is VD, I think.
it flashes. If anything vibrates, like your foot when you was on the floor, then stamp on the floor. Yeah, stamp on the floor. Wait, we'll stop first. That's what happens, and it's very good actually. We've had some great responses with this when we've been talking, asking questions. We've had some brilliant responses with that. You know, if you're a lady, can you do that again? Maybe there's a response, maybe not. If you're a man, can you do that again? Like you would with any other equipment. Also, I have the good old
MVP, I think.
recorder,
Oh God, I just.
digital recorder for EVP.
Yeah.
Can you remember what that means?
Electric.
Electronic voice phenomenon. Right, okay. So I love a good EVP. My favourite thing is to use one of these. When you get someone talking to you in one of these, it's absolutely brilliant. We've had a few good ones actually in the past. This is my oldest piece of equipment. I got this around, got to be 16 years ago.
What? How?
And as you can see, it's an EMF meter. So if you're in a room, this is okay in this room, but if you go to like close to electrics, I don't think it'll work or not.
Like,
It might work with this.
I'm electric.
Because our electrics are pretty good.
Mummy,
Yeah, maybe.
my phone's electric.
Oh, there we go. So it's going to set it off. Electrical equipment's going to set it off.
Mum, mine's electric.
Hang on. There we go.
Mum,
It's
put
going to set
in.
it off.
Mum, put it.
Battery's actually dying on this.
Mum, put it near my phone.
It will also set off if you're under power lines. Me and Kelly were out in one investigation and we were in the forest and we was like, oh, it's just started going mad, and then we realised we were underneath power lines. So yeah, that will set that off. And also for some reason certain magnets will set that off as well. So if I have it too close to this, because it's a big magnet in it, that will go off. It does take a lot of electromagnetic field to make that go off. I mean, it has to be pretty high. I mean, you'll see it on there going up, but the sounds and the lights won't go off until that's really, really high. Then you've got the K2. Now, the K2 can be tricky. We were doing investigations and wondering why we were getting such good responses with it, and then other times getting nothing. And we realised that when we was on lives, the phone was making it go off. We found if we don't put it on flight mode, our phones, when we use it for recording, if we don't put it on flight mode, it will set this off. Also, you can't put it near REM pods because it will pick up the EMF from the REM pods. This is the Spirit Box. It's got no batteries. So this goes through channels very quickly, like sweep through them. And some people say you can hear the voices of spirits come through. Just give me a second, I'm just going to grab some batteries so you can see how that works. Right, so I've now got my batteries for my SB7 spirit box. That's what the SB stands for, but I'm now going to show you how to work it. So this is quite an old one as well, I've had it quite a while. And you can alter the speed you go through it. You can slow it down and what have you. I like to keep it around 150 and then sweep through. So it sweeps through, as you can see, very quickly through the channels. Now the theory is, because it's going so quickly through the channels, you're not supposed to pick up full sentences from any radio channels, which you do get bits of music come through. So if you're on a slower speed, you're obviously going to get full sentences. But when it's faster, it's rare. Now I'm a bit of a skeptic when it comes to Spirit Box, but I'll use it anyway because I know lots of people like it. And you can also do a reverse sweep. How that makes much difference, I don't know. I don't think it really does. But yeah, so that's how that works. That also has a habit of setting off the EMF meter, but it has to be pretty close when it does do that. You can have it a little bit away, but if it's too close, it can sometimes set it off. So yeah, my favourite piece is first and foremost the recorder. I mean, you can't beat a good EVP. And then my second favourite piece has got to be the REM pod or proximity meter. So there is just a little go through of it. Oh, that's my third one. I love that one as well. Basic stuff is always the most interesting. It always gives the most interesting results. I hope that was useful. I know I sounded a little bit out of breath there, but I always get a little bit nervous during these videos. If you want to ask any questions, just leave a message in the comments. I mean, if you wanted me to show you a video on how to make a REM pod, just if I get enough comments to do it, I will do. But yeah, there are videos on YouTube that will tell you how to do that anyway. I thank you for watching. Hopefully we will get out and do some ghost hunting soon, but I've got a feeling we've got to be a good month or so yet still to go before we can go out. And I hope that you all stay safe and healthy throughout the rest of this lockdown. And I will post something up soon, even if it's just a history piece on one of our locations. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.